this video, we'll be taking a brief look at the latest release from Walt Disney Pictures, the 2019 photorealistic remake of The Lion King on 4K and Blu-ray. We'll kick off with a brief unboxing of the Ultimate Collector's Edition, and then get onto my quick review of the film presentation and special features. As always, I will leave affiliate links down below in the description and the comments if you'd like to pick the movie up from Amazon or Amazon UK. All the editions of this film will be region free, so if you're looking to import, you'll be able to play them no matter where you are or where you're buying from. I won't be going over my in-depth thoughts on the movie itself in this video, nor will I provide an in-depth overview of this release's specs. If you'd like to hear me speak about either of these at length, I will leave a playlist linked at the end featuring a couple of videos where I do. Before we go any further, don't forget to hit that like button down below. It does a great job in getting my content out there. The Lion King's 4K set comes in this Ultimate Collector's Edition, bundled with a 4K disc, Blu-ray disc, and digital code. It comes in this beautiful slipcover, which utilizes the film's main poster artwork, which I absolutely love. The colors, the composition, pretty much everything about this poster I think is fantastic. The slip features an embossed title, though the remainder of the slip remains flat. I actually think this is quite a nice touch for this particular artwork, because sometimes a lot of embossing does feel a bit too much. The slip doesn't feature any of the regular holofoil effects that Disney usually utilizes, however it does feature an incredibly attractive metallic shimmer, which makes the sunset on the artwork absolutely pop. The spine of the slip is quite nice too, carrying over the sunset motif as well as the metallic shimmer of the front. It also features a small image of Mufasa down the bottom. As you can see, both spines feature the exact same design and imagery. Would have been nice to have a Simba option on one of the sides. The back cover of the set feels a little bit crowded to me. The iconic Pride Rock scenery is featured up the top, and then a bunch of smaller character artworks are down the bottom. I think they probably could have made this a little less cluttered, but it's not really a big deal. Of course, the regular specs and features are listed on the back here as well. Taking the case out of the sleeve, you'll see that the artwork of the case itself is exactly the same, with incredibly minor formatting differences standard for a Disney release. Opening up, the set comes with two inserts, a code pamphlet for digital redemption and download of the movie via Movies Anywhere and its linked platforms, including iTunes, and another giving incentive to join the Disney Movie Club. The 4K disc once again features printed artwork. Disappointingly though, it's the exact same art once again. I would have liked an alternate poster or film still on here, but again, it's not really a big issue. The Blu-ray, as per usual, is presented as a blue disc with white text. Again, the standard Disney. While this is technically an animated film, director Jon Favreau's team developed state-of-the-art virtual reality and camera capture technology to essentially shoot the movie inside a VR game engine, just as they would a live-action film. The film was captured digitally at a resolution of 6.5K. This capture was downscaled in post-production and mastered to a 2K digital intermediate, despite earlier reports that the film received a 4K DI. Effectively, The Lion King's 4K release is not the true 4K transfer that I previously noted it was. However, I find this absolutely no hindrance on the 4K presentation of the film on home media whatsoever. To begin with, the film's Blu-ray itself is gorgeous. The image is crystal clear, finer details are crisp and sharp, and the image overall is a real stunner. And anyone who doesn't know much about the film's production method could be excused for thinking a vast majority of it is actually live action. Where I felt the Blu-ray lacked a little was in its colors and black levels. This is not a film that has a great deal of color or vibrancy, something that the original had in absolute spades. So the Blu-ray presentation can, at times, appear a little murky and overcast, especially as it struggles to handle the wider color gamut of the 4K presentation. With that said, the 4K presentation is quite a substantial leap over the Blu-ray, with its ability to handle a wider spectrum of colors and produce deep dark blacks. The 4K's HDR pass adds a whole new life to an otherwise fairly lifeless presentation. Scenes that appear murky on the Blu-ray have greater contrast and deeper blacks, adding a great amount of depth. And other scenes which feature colors do have a tendency to radiate from the screen. In fact, anyone who has has complained that the film feels lifeless or lacked colour should give this presentation a whirl. Clarity and finer details also see a larger lip, feeling even more real than the Blu-ray, appearing like an actual nature documentary, something that some understandably may take issue to considering the source, but to me, this just adds to the charm of the film and to my appreciation of its immense efforts technologically. The Lion King is complemented with a Dolby Atmos audio track, which as per usual does suffer some of the usual Disney Atmos issues, including a slight softness. But this is really never anything I find incredibly impeding on the audio quality, especially once you just adjust your sound system a touch. To me, the sound mix here is really nice, the music feels full and lively, and the bigger, more action-packed moments feel large and booming. Sound is key to the experience of both versions of The Lion King, and I found this audio presentation to be immersive and overall enjoyable. The movie looks great on both formats, but the 4K disc is absolutely the way to go here, as mentioned, giving more life, depth, and vibrancy to the film. It's easily the definitive presentation of it, and well worth owning if you are a fan of the movie. As far as special features go, Lion King offers a generous helping presented on the Blu-ray disc and available on all versions of the film that come with a Blu-ray. There's a little over an hour's worth of supplements in total, with a feature-length audio commentary added into the mix to complement them. Some of the stuff on offer here is a little bit fluffy, such as song selections, music videos, and a film intro by Favreau, though I found that to be quite charming. The bread and butter of this set, however, is the 3-part 50-minute documentary covering the making of the film. One part focuses on the legacy and impact of the original and how it inspired the remake. Another concentrates on Hans Zimmer's efforts to re-envision his score and the film's soundtrack for this version, again touching on the legacy of the original. And the other takes a deep dive into the technological process of building the film's virtual sets and capturing the quote-unquote footage using VR cameras. This is a fantastic documentary, and it's offered me just about everything I was hoping to see, including extensive behind-the-scenes footage. Though I would have loved a full 2-hour doco on the filmmaking process, I'm incredibly happy with this and found it to be easily the best making-of piece of its kind that Disney have produced in a very long time. In fact, I can't remember the last time they produced one this great, maybe the original Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. This documentary is complemented with a small selection of scene breakdowns, each taking a musical number and presenting it with storyboard art, research trip photos, visual effects breakdowns, and footage from recording sessions. Additionally, Favreau's audio commentary dives even deeper, and over the entire 2 hours goes over practically everything you ever wanted to know from a filmmaking point of view. It's one of the best audio commentaries I think I have ever listened to, and it's wonderful to listen to with the film complementing it. I found myself immensely hooked and captivated, and I highly recommend it to anyone interested in the film's technological achievements and process, and really to anyone who loves a good audio commentary. While the features are a little lacking outside of all the technical stuff, I can't imagine this set offering really much more, so I am overly happy with the selection here and think it's well worth the price of the set alone. The Lion King is available on Blu-ray, 4K and DVD on the North American and Canadian market right now, and will drop in Australia on the 13th of November 2019 and the UK on the 18th of November 2019. Additionally, a 3D edition will be made available on the UK market. Don't forget, I also produced an announcement and breakdown video for this release when it was first announced by Disney. In that, I give a more in-depth overview of the included special features and technical specs, as well as the various editions being released worldwide, including the Steelbooks, Digipacks, and the 3D release coming out in the UK. If you'd like to check that out, I've linked it just after the jump in a playlist, which also features a selection of videos I produced during the Lion King's cinematic run, which includes my in-depth thoughts on the film, my ranking of the entire Lion King franchise, and my ranking of all the Disney live-action remakes so far. Don't forget, there are affiliate links down below for all of the standard editions, which you can purchase on Amazon or Amazon UK. Thanks once again to my pals over at Disney for sending me this copy of The Lion King for the purposes of this review. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos and you'd like to see more like it in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen, as well as that like button down below for that little extra support. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.